Hello, Doctor Who. This is episode 3, season 12, series 12, I should say. Orphan 55. I'm intrigued as to what it might be about. I'm looking forward to Jay from In-Betweeners and his green hair and his green beard. I've heard there's a scary monster. And that's about it, because they don't reveal anything anymore.
Which is good.
Yes.
I guess.
I'm just waiting for episode 5, because it has the Jadoon in it.
Yes, I completely forgot the Jadoon were in it. I'm like, oh.
But yeah, we'll see what this is entailing.
Yeah, I'm intrigued, but yeah, the next time from last week did not set my world on fire. I was there going, it just looks like it's going to be a filler episode.
Yeah, and I'm wondering how they're going to handle it given the whole Gallifrey revelation as well. Like,
yeah. She
can't just be fine. Like,
that's the other thing, is that I'm worried that there's going to be another tone clash with this, where there's going to be some dark moments, but they'll be like, hey, look, he's a guy that can do some jokes because you've seen him on that Channel 4 show.
Yeah.
So I'm worried that how they handle it, but obviously it's not. I don't think it's Jim nor Ryan this one, is it?
No. This is
maybe.
This is. Oh, I want to say it's the guy who wrote Kablam.
That bodes well then.
I'll check again in the magazine in a minute, but I think it's him. It's by Ed Heim, who wrote It Takes You Away, Frog on the Chair, so Connor's really excited.
Which is one of my work. The episode was...
Rewatching it, I'm on board with the frog now. I quite like it. It's one of my favourites of the season.
To be fair, I haven't gotten that far in my rewatch of the newest series yet. Because it's the same thing with... I watched...
Don't you hate women?
No! I watched the first one, and then I watched Resolution.
Resolution's really good.
But I just haven't. I've gone back to Christopher Eccleston, and I started from the beginning again. Beginning again. Yep. And now I'm at school reunion.
Excellent.
So I'll get there.
After that relevant conversation,
give it 2 weeks.
Let's see how the episode is.
I get you out your mardy mood. My mood's fine.
That's you.
O'Brien party of 4.
Oh.
That dozy no coupons. I'm hyphen with a 3.
I assume that's supposed to be actual head, but it just looks like it's fake.
I wasn't expecting Squirrel Girls, but the Marvel crossover we didn't know we needed.
Maybe it's, I don't know.
It's better than Cats.
Oh yeah, it's still better than Cats.
Oh, it's perfect, Benny. Thank you.
Dead. They're both dead.
Me.
That's not a shock. It's a hopper virus.
That's gross.
Just passed this virus onto you. That's what you've done until the hallucinations stop, and remember, it's not real bats. All guesses.
Somebody else.
Yeah, someone else with it, yeah. Or he's hallucinating her.
Yeah.
You have a family?
They were all killed by the hopper virus.
I want to take a look. The guests aren't permitted in a linen cupboard.
It's like a paper.
Pan-Galactic Standards and Practices Officer.
Oh!
Oh my.
Oh, boss, say.
Ugh.
You want
It's like the kid from Rocket Man.
You're not a mechanic.
I don't know, I haven't seen it. But he's from his type materials.
Yes, it is then, yes. It is a kid from Rocket Man.
It's just a drill.
not a drill.
Give them the boy.
Sacrifice him.
That's kind of like the Leather Monsters thing. The Hoiks thing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the I was like, what?
Yeah, that looks just like Peter Kay. Give them the elderly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no! He's going to propose and everything. You've already got a hat.
It's his wife's hat. Sorry, his girlfriend's hat.
Benny, I dropped my hat.
She loves him so much, she's only just realised he's gone.
Dead. Oh.
Ooh, they're fun.
Yes. I can't see Benny on there either. Where's Benny?
Dead.
You better go far out the truck.
Yeah.
I built it myself. Good.
Completed it, mate.
Literally.
The radiation stopped. It's safe insurance bells. In the truck.
Plot twist, it's Scarrow.
Kids, never listen to anyone who tells you to get in the truck.
It's degrading that means it's become too toxic for life.
Du- 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 du.
He's heading back to the dome.
Avoid the
mission.
Or don't you want to be queen of Orphan 55 anymore, Ken?
Never
Oh,
mind
she is real then.
Yeah, I was waiting for someone to interact with her.
Well, is she real? She didn't acknowledge the comment.
True. They're doing a beautiful mind on us, aren't they? Aren't they?
So what do you actually know about the dregs? How many are there?
Just the dregs.
Oh, that's it. Fine. That's what they do. Adapt to guns and to nuclear winter. Apex predators, and we were driving straight into their territory.
She did try to abort the mission.
I mean, yeah, I mean... Oh.
Lovely. Oh.
Lost me on 8 years back. Have you got anyone else? Was you on the road?
Grace is like, hello. Well, this episode ends with it going back to Ryan. He's hallucinated all of it.
Yeah. yeah, he's still on the floor
He's still
of
going
the
on.
cafe.
Whoa.
We came here for Benny.
Oh, did we? You should have mentioned. I'm over here. You're getting so killed. You just shut up right now. Shut up, you old woman. I feel bad laughing at the old woman. But her character is to shout Benny.
Yes. Oh.
But Benny!
You wouldn't know.
Feed them the squirrel.
For a hat. We'll keep them busy.
In order of who you can get rid of first, the child, the old lady, the squirrel.
Oh, we need to rewatch it and take a shot every time she says Benny.
It's too late, we'd already be dead.
Like Benny.
If anyone can, will they please shoot me?
Oh.
Oh.
Hyphen no.
Hyphen's dead.
Hyphen no. Oh.
Oh boy.
Dad, we're doing oxygen checks.
As green as the hair on our heads, Silas.
We're safe.
That's it, that's why they've got green hair. For that one
That
line.
one line.
When you are fighting the
Benny!
see Benny. Don't worry, I killed him.
Shit.
He asked me to.
Oh!
Oh.
Bella! Who are you?
Well,
Me.
I'm the master.
My mom didn't really die. She just never came to any of my birthdays. She didn't come to his funeral. And she doesn't even recognize me now.
What?
Trixabelle.
Oh my god.
And she gave me the name Trixabelle.
What a
Oh.
twist!
Oh dear.
They've teleported somewhere.
Don't think it's going to work out with her.
Where's Ryan?
With Bella. Hopefully, the maintenance teleport.
Where's Benny?
Dead.
You talk too much. Using up all your oxygen.
She'll go blind next.
I was only doing it to gift her.
Sure you were.
You gave her a bad attitude.
We're blowing it up.
Another bomb? Good God.
Where'd you get that from?
What?
What a bombshell.
So I'm selling you down.
Yep, you are.
Leave her.
It's a Siberian underground station.
It's Earth.
This is Earth.
Oh! She's going to sacrifice herself.
Hide by the
They basically have the same plot as those two from Voyage of the Damned.
Yep. I was thinking this is very Voyage of the Damned. Just except for it being a starliner, it's a base.
How did the drugs get here? What's the getting this?
She can't tell her.
How convenient. Oh.
Hello.
Oh.
Well.
That's what I was afraid of.
Whoopsie.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, look at little legs.
You deserve better.
I don't think he needed to run it, you know.
No.
I think I'm cleaning all this up.
I can't believe you've done this.
But this is only the water, Trix.
It was mutated. Yes.
Mm.
It didn't die.
Well, we can look like there's cool things. I don't see a negative.
We're going to look really cool.
Not now, Silas. Okay, I'm trying to concentrate.
You never listen to me. Do it yourself, then, Doctor.
Elton John's having a shot.
Outside the door. Forgot with that, Dad.
What was the... Oh my god, he's dead.
You little shit.
Die.
Open the door. Silas is out there.
No.
I can't get the
Oxygen. We love it. The dregs hate it. This whole dome is air conditioned. Cracking up the oxygen.
Breathe on them.
I give you air from my lungs.
Now, Silas, stay there. I'll distract you. You grab Silas.
Hey, you over there behind the table. Don't move.
Aww.
The bitch is back.
What a nice 2-minute character arc. I can't do it.
Okay.
Look at that absolute unit.
The people who used to have this planet could have changed, but they didn't. So they lost everything.
She looks at the camera and she says it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No. Benny walks in. I'm alive!
No, man.
Oh.
What's in there?
Failed them.
Of course it is.
That's the mum. Where'd
Wait
she
a
go?
minute.
What?
The hell? How did you not die?
Well, she obviously killed it. Bit weird.
Is that trying to say something about the hallucinations or what?
When did you know that it was Earth?
Just before you did.
Oh, we're all going to doubt her.
People can save planets or wreck them. That's the choice. Be the best of humanity.
Monster's like, ooh, destroy them. This is what you could become.
Literally.
Right. What did you think?
Yeah. I rather enjoyed it, to be fair.
So did I.
Thought it was good. It wasn't just a bland... It wasn't a bland thing like I was expecting it to be.
Yeah.
I kind of thought they did get the tone right, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
And overall, it was a solid adventure, if not dark at times.
Yes. I like that it was kind of a standalone thing, but they still mentioned the Doctor's been a bit moody.
Weird, yeah.
And we've seen I like that last episode we saw the Doctor's world get destroyed. In this episode, everyone else's world got destroyed.
Yes. Yes, I suppose that's...
They can't really continue that theme because that's all the planet's gone.
There's more, you can do more. I think that's what a lot of people are going to be taking away from this episode.
Yeah.
And to be fair, when she was speaking to the trio at the end, I was there kind of feeling a bit... I feel like I'm getting a bit of a talking to here. I feel like I'm being told off. And I'm like, to be fair, it's a good message. It's a message that everyone should have. And if anyone has complaints about the show putting that message out there, I honestly don't get why.
Yeah.
Because if this is one of those occasions where the show is doing a message that should be universally accepted. You can have your opinions on... You can, as much as there are terrible opinions on feminism, you can have your opinions on feminism, and you can have your opinions on politics. But this is one that, no matter what your politics or religious views or whatever, is something that people should be taking on board and taking notice of and taking action. And I like that it addressed it directly, but I know a lot of people will not like the fact that it addressed it directly.
Yeah, that's fair. What else? I like the monsters.
Yes.
And the twist that it was on Earth, I quite enjoyed.
Yes. The twist that it was on Earth was very interesting.
It would have been cool at the speech at the end. She was like, I just saw my planet get destroyed, but it's a bit too early in the series for her to actually tell them what she knows about Gallifrey. So
yeah,
that could have been a way of getting through to them a bit more. But I like that there's tension between that whole group.
I'd be interested to see when this was set, because obviously in Series 5 all the nations built big spaceships and left.
Yeah.
Obviously there's the Beast Below where they capture Starway or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see if that's where it continues from. So this is the reason why they had to leave,
Yeah.
But she sort of implies that only the rich left, but obviously from the Beast Below we don't know that. But obviously it's, this is a long show with a lot of history and a lot of paradoxes between itself and contradictions. So
and she just said, it's one possible future. Beast Below could have been another possible future.
Yes, but I like the idea that it starts with this. Yeah, it starts with this. That's why the ship had to leave from the Beast Below, and then also that's why in episode whatever of series 1 where they go and see the Earth explode. I forgot the title.
End of the world.
End of the world. That's why they say, oh yeah, this has been remade into a classic design or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So then that still explains that all that still stays in the continuity.
Yeah.
But that's more of the broader.
Yeah, I think you could find a way of fitting it all together pretty well.
Yeah, I think that works, and I like the design of the aliens.
Yeah, they were cool.
It was good that it was all practical, mostly. I didn't like the design of -3.
That was odd.
Because it seems they put all their budget into the monster, and then they went, oh, but we need another alien that's sort of here, and they just found a furry hat on eBay and a tail and just stuck it on her.
It didn't look the best.
No, it just looked like it was one of them fluffy winter hats.
You have the Sisters of Plenitude. Well, how they look, and then you have that.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel this could have just been humans there.
She could have,
It didn't have to, but they didn't have to do that.
Just give her green hair as well or something.
Yeah, that felt unnecessary, especially
Yeah.
considering she was cannon fodder in the end as well.
Yeah, she went out quite early actually, didn't she? Yeah.
She was the second, maybe third.
After
to die?
Benny.
Depends when Benny died.
Yeah.
That also brings me on to the military lady.
Yeah, all the supporting characters. Let's just talk about them all together, kind of.
Yes, the military lady was a bit. I couldn't get her motivations. She said it was for her daughter in the end, but then I'm like, but if it was for her daughter, surely you could have.
You thought she'd
phoned her up, or kept in contact at least.
Yeah, and that whole twist of oh, she's my mum.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That was interesting. It reminded me very much of the Almost People from Series 5. Where, they're stuck on a mining ship but they're still in contact with their family or whatever.
I think that would have worked better in a 2-parter maybe, so they could flesh out that arc a bit more.
Yes.
Kind of like Empty Child, Dr. Dances.
Yeah, where it reveals
I'm actually your mum.
Yeah.
We've had 2 episodes to build up to that moment. I feel like maybe they could have done that.
Yeah, but it also, I was like... I don't know, because she then just killed the old man without hesitation, and I'm there going... So what? Are you a nice person? Are you supposed to be bad? Are you supposed to be rooting for you or what?
And she's like, I'm going to sacrifice myself. I survived.
Yes.
How? You ran towards the thing.
Yeah, I get maybe she because there was only one in. Oh, there was only one in there, but then that one came out of the grate, didn't it?
Except it was the chief thing.
I don't know. So
very strange.
That was a bit. But then again, could have been a hallucination. For all we know.
That was weird when she was out at the end.
They could have both been hallucinations.
I think they easily could have done.
So
I thought that was the original intention. He was like, actually, nah, let's have her be in this scene.
So for all we know, she was, and perhaps
I'll have to rewatch it again and see if there's like clues or.
But then she couldn't have been because Graham obviously saw her. Unless the hallucination was the mum coming back.
I feel like maybe her doing that to Ryan was like, I'm hallucinating my mum. We're hallucinating her or something.
Yeah. That would make more sense.
I think that's probably what it was.
Because then that would also explain
I think that works a lot better. That's what I'm going to say.
Right, that's it. We've decided.
That's my headcanon.
We've decided that. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the thought behind
that was my initial thought. I was like, oh, she's hallucinating.
Because she does say she's going to be
But then she spoke to the doctor and she was like, we'll be alright. So I don't know.
I think the mum at the end was definitely a hallucination.
Makes a lot of sense.
Graham only says she'll be alright, not they'll be alright.
Yeah.
So I think that's how I'll see it.
Yeah.
But that hallucination thing, well, that must be because there has to be a payoff to that. I think. So that must be that payoff.
Yeah, I didn't like that it was all. I liked that it wasn't all just happy. Oh yeah, they'll be fine, and then they move on. Like Ryan was like pissed off.
So that's it. It was very Voyage of the Damned.
Yeah, and I really like that episode.
And Voyage of the Damned is one of my favourites, and it was very much like a, there's been this incident at this holiday destination. Most of the residents have
it's
died.
like Voyage of the Damned meets Midnight. Almost.
Yes, yeah. And so the old people died.
The old people.
The old.
I feel really bad for taking the piss out of the old lady, but it was funny. Benny!
Yes, I don't think she was the best actor in the episode.
They were just cannon fodder characters, really, but they were sweet enough, I guess. And is it James Buckley? Is that the actor?
James Buckley, yeah.
Yeah, green hair boy and smaller
John.
green hair boy.
Yeah, they were fine.
They tried to give him a bit of an arc at the end, which I suppose is nice. Like, oh, you never listen to me.
Yeah, because
Now you listen to me.
There was the evidence of throughout the episode of the kid clearly knows what he's doing compared to the dad.
Yeah, the dad's a bit useless.
But that was sort of hinted at with Graham's. I don't think this is on right. And the dad going, yeah, it's fine, and the kid going, actually, no, you need to sort this out.
Yeah.
So I think that was hinted at, and it's good that sort of resolved. But I do think this might have done better as a two-parter.
Yeah, definitely. They could have fleshed that out.
They could have fleshed those two out. They could have fleshed mum and daughter out. It was very parental, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you had...
Even if it was an hour long again, as much as I wouldn't have liked that, because editing Liam hates hour-long episodes.
It felt at times it dragged maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
I think. But overall...
I the first time I checked the clock, there was 20 minutes left, so I suppose that's not too bad.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed most of it. All of it.
Yeah.
Near enough. Obviously, there's small issues about military ladies.
I did like the world building, like I'm open like 10 minutes just world building, and Ryan, he was like falling over and all that. That was very funny. I did enjoy
good.
that.
I enjoyed. Overall, very good episode. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
But I think
Graham and Yaz were more sidelined this time around.
Graham definitely was.
Yeah. If he hadn't built that blimmin' cube,
I know. Yeah. Right.
But yeah, it does seem there's going to be a lot of tension going forward with the Doctor and the companions. I think they're doubting her a bit more, and like.
Yeah, especially considering.
It's nice that this adventure didn't tie up in a neat bow like previous ones have. So like, oh wow, so it doesn't always end up the way we want it to.
Yeah.
I quite like that.
The place blew up. Yeah. Blew up. And didn't sound right.
What'd you do for a living?
Well, you don't want to know. That made sense for it to go because obviously that's our point.
Yeah, I think that's going to be like a big series arc, that all the tension between the four of them, which is what I wanted from this series, so I'm excited for that.
And then the next time again, I've got the same feeling as last week. It looks fine. Yeah, I guess.
One thing about the children there I really do like is the historical, so I imagine I'm actually going to be really surprised because I know next to nothing about Nikola Tesla.
Neither do I. But then that's
the other guy.
But that's the thing is I don't know anything. But then I'll watch this sci-fi show and be like, what you mean aliens were involved? And I'm like, well, no, they weren't.
How much of this is real?
It's like I was watching Tooth and Claw earlier, and I was like, oh yeah, so she had a tense in her life, and they had the diamond, and she had a thing with her blood. I was like, is she a werewolf? I was like, no, of course she's not a werewolf. But I was like, what? So that's some issue I have with historicals is that I need to.
Yeah, I
you still need to go research.
Maybe it might be a pure historical for all we know.
Oh yeah, there's scorpions. Yeah, just say.
There's historically accurate scorpions.
Historically accurate scorpions.
I will admit, I completely forgot about the scorpions.
Overall, very good.
But yeah, I really like this.
The villain.
I think I definitely had more fun watching this than the last episode. Even though I think the last episode is probably better. I had a lot more fun. Last episode was very intense and heavy.
Yes.
I quite like this. While it had some heavy stuff, it was quite light-hearted and had some funny moments. And I like the location.
And I feel that was probably intentional after the series opener, which was quite heavy
this came
and quite
at a good
dark.
point. Yeah.
Even though this still had dark moments of killing 2 old people and then a weird squirrel lady and a military bloke.
I'll never forget you, squirrel lady.
And almost all of the rest of the vacation people.
But yeah, and I think it had a decent message to go along with it.
Yes. People are going to complain it was too preachy.
Yeah, you can argue maybe it was too shoved down the throat, blah blah
too
blah.
on the nose.
Especially when she gave that speech and then
and then it
cut to the monster going, and then that was the end of the episode. That did feel a bit weird the way they did it.
But then you have
still.
You can't complain it's too preachy when you've got video games centered around nuclear war.
Yeah.
And them being like, we shouldn't do this again. I'm like, the Fallout series is a prime example.
Of all the messages I don't mind them preaching about, I think this is a pretty important one I can decide.
An important one which I'm hoping will... but then it's tricky. I mean, you can look on Twitter at what reactions be to this, and I'm sure it'll go on all week about it. All groups and stuff.
Yeah.
Because people aren't going to be happy about it. I mean, it's a positive message that should be spoken about because it is
Yeah.
an actual issue that needs to be sought out.
So do you prefer this to It Takes You Away from the writer?
Yes,
As he
I feel
redeemed himself for
this
you?
was much more action space adventure than wishy washy whatever it
Mirror
takes you away.
universe.
Yeah, I
Frog
mean,
on the chair.
It Takes You Away was high concept sci-fi, if you will.
I really like that episode.
It Takes You Away is like big, like mirror universes, like, you know, intelligent stuff. Whereas this is very much a.
It's interesting. He's got like two of the big Jodie speeches. This guy, that ending one, and then the speak.
I suppose,
to the
yeah.
frog. That's interesting.
Yeah, well, maybe that's his right. Maybe that's what.
Yeah, he just likes that kind
That's
of
maybe
thing.
what he just puts.
That's good. I like
in.
it. I like it when doctors get speeches.
Yeah, I don't think Jodie's had a proper good, you know, Matt Smith at the Pandora Open speech.
Yeah, she hasn't had that kind of speech yet.
Or Matt Smith at.
But you know, Capari's didn't come until series 9, so
No.
could happen
well,
in series 4.
Series 9 was his first series.
No,
Series
8
8.
was.
Oh, maybe I should forget Series 8.
Series 8 is one of my least favourites, to be fair. But it's okay. It's average.
What was Capaldi's in Series 9? Was it.
That's one with all the 2 parts in it.
Yeah, was
Saigon's
his speech was
the Davos
I
one.
suppose. Oh yeah, yeah,
The one
yeah,
with
yeah.
Clara leaves in series 9.
Yes. Try to think of his speech. I assume it would be the best ones is probably in
Zygon Inversion?
No, oh my god. The final two-parter.
Oh yeah, Dr. Fool's One Enough in Time, that one.
No, that's Series 10.
That's his final 2-part though.
What? No, what? What series is Bill in? Series 10. I mean the series finale of Series 9.
Heaven Sent and Hell
That's
Bent.
it, Heaven Sent. So is it? Or Heaven? Which, yeah.
Hell
Heaven
Bent's the
Sent.
final.
Heaven Sent, he has some good... Well, obviously that whole episode is just him, so...
Okay. Thank you for that.
Anyway, I do think
That
Jodie needs...
insightful.
Jodie needs her moment.
Yeah.
I still think
But
that.
she definitely has settled in. I think they've all settled in quite well now.
Yeah.
I really like this TARDIS team.
I want to see more Graham. Well, we haven't seen much Graham this season.
Yeah.
I mean, he had his dancing tap shoes with lasers, but other than that, we don't have much Graham.
Yeah, I think, he'll get his episode at some point.
I hope so. I hope we have some Graham-centric stuff.
But yeah.
But I'm just excited for the Jadoon now.
Yeah, 2 weeks till Jadoon. Yeah. The episode after that sounds interesting as well.
I say, I haven't... Obviously, they're
But
not
we'll talk about that when we
releasing
get to it,
much,
because
but will we?
it's not like officially released, so I won't talk about it.
Oh, we'll talk about it off camera, because I
Okay.
don't know anything yet.
Okay, good. Right, so, very good episode. I enjoyed it a lot. And I look forward to seeing where we go from here. It was nice to, after the heavy 2-part, to just have a single
Yeah,
start.
I think it's one of the ones that I could definitely rewatch often.
I feel like, yeah, this would be one that I'd love to have on like the background when I'm
Yeah.
doing other things.
Similar
stuff
to
like that.
Kabam.
Just 'cause- yeah, it's just got a nice kind of...
Yeah, you don't need to
It's
pay much
entertaining.
attention to it,
Yeah.
and there's good characters.
You get the message fairly simply.
Good action.
And yeah, looks good. Is good.
Yeah.
That's mine.
They've blown all their budget for the season.
Yeah, that's
on
it
that,
now.
On that monster.
Yeah. How more? Because we know for sure that the next couple are set on Earth, and this one technically was.
Yes, which
So
was
maybe
nice.
that keeps the budget down, doesn't it?
We've had all Earth stories so far. This
Yeah.
series,
Interesting.
technically. Well, it's, yeah, it just didn't. Well, it's on Califrey.
Cool. So yeah, that's going to be it for this week. We will see you next week for Nikola Tesla and the other guy whose name I can't remember that he was a rival with.
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison, that's the one, played by the guy who was in Hustle that I really like. And he was in Peter Davison's Final Story, so he's back.
Aw.
He's going to be in Classic and Modern Who, so there you are.
Oh.
A little bit of trivia. So yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye. BENNI!